We're ready. We've spent, believe it or not, we've probably spent the last 2 years on this group. You see them as underagers. You watch them play for multiple years, and we've spent the last 9.5 months analyzing them going through it this year. So we're ready to go. Like we say at the beginning of every year, this is our one way as amateur scouts to help impact the organization. And we know you build through the draft. We know how important it is. And, we feel like we're really prepared. I'm really proud in our group and how much work we put in. I think it's a see how you go. I mean, we've done our own stuff eternally, and we're really only focused on our own lists. We've spent the time, we've talked about every possible scenario you can think of, and I think we're ready to go whichever direction the draft may go. But honestly, it's nice to be be here as a group in San Jose, and obviously management lives here. And I think from an organizational standpoint, it's nice to be here where the team is and the team will be, and the players are coming in for the development camp. So there's a lot of great things that way. In terms of how the draft goes, we're going to see. I'm curious how it goes. I'm curious how the players think. I'm curious and what we think at the end of the day, how it went. It's all new, but it is nice to be here in San Jose. Whether, things remain this way or not, we're going to see how it goes tonight.
With the second overall selection in the 2025 NHL Draft, the San Jose Sharks are proud to select from the Saginaw Spirit, Misa!
So it is Misa, an elite offensive talent. Saginaw's highest player they've ever had, drafted number 2 overall.
We've watched Misa, Michael, for the last 3 years be in exceptional status. So this has been a decision and a process for a long time. But in terms of the player, like Mike said, he's a 200-foot player. His ability to score, create offense. He's strong on pucks. He has a presence on pucks. Dual threat both off the rush, in zone in terms of how he generates offense. And again, because he put up such high numbers, I think some of his ability away from the puck gets overlooked. So we really like his details. We really like where he is and the possible fit that we see for years to come.
With the 30th overall selection in the 2025 NHL Draft, the San Jose Sharks are proud to select from the Prince George Cougars, Joshua Ravensbergen.
All right, Weeksy.
So chalk that up, just 2 southpaw goalies now. They traded for Askarov last year. He's a southpaw, very promising young goaltender for the San Jose Sharks. To get Ravensbergen from Prince George Cougars, who, as I mentioned earlier in the show, has some similarities to Logan Thompson.
Well, he's a big kid, athletic, has a lot of character. Just a nice kid, driven, and we like that in players. We're happy with Michael at number 2, and obviously getting a goalie with that athleticism and size. It was a good day overall. The guys do a lot of hard work during the year. There's a lot of due diligence background, obviously live viewings, video. It's a long year for the guys, and it ends here. We make a list, and then we pick the players who are there on the board, and we're happy with what we got today.
In the second round of the 2025 NHL Draft, the 33rd overall pick, the San Jose Sharks have selected Simon Wang from Oshawa of the Ontario Hockey League.
Simon's a big kid, skates well, has a lot of character, has a unique story coming over from China as a 12 or 13-year-old kid, moving away from home. I believe the mom come over a little later. He's driven. There's a uniqueness to him that we really took a liking to, but mostly the ability to skate at that size and the character and drive and the want. This kid wants to be a player. He's proven that by his actions.
With the 21st pick in the second round of the 2025 NHL Draft, the San Jose Sharks have selected Cole McKinney from the National Team Development Program in the USHL.
All right, Cole McKinney there.
Another character guy, 200-foot player, strong, likes to play the physical game, heavy shot, going to college, University of Michigan, so a long path for his development. He's just another guy who just fell on the board, and we're happy with the pick. You've watched the Stanley Cup Finals, didn't you? It's heavy lifting when you get into the playoffs, right? The end goal for this organization is to get to the Stanley Cup, and win games in the playoffs, and it's a lot of heavy lifting, you know, and Cole and some of the other guys we selected, it's a bit of a trend. That's what we're trying to build around here, and he fits in like a glove.
We saw Teddy Mutrin, a centerman, go to San Jose at pick 95, a centerman out of Chicago of the USHL, committed to Boston College, and that's a pretty familiar school.
Big kid, strong, athletic, physical, just a detailed type of a player, lunch pail, hard hat type, like, you know, the physical, but able to produce offense too. He's got another year of junior hockey, and the plan right now is for him to matriculate to Boston College. So there's a runway for him to continue to grow his game. But yeah, he's a good valued pick at that spot for us.
With pick number 115, San Jose selects Ilyas Magomedsultanov from Yaroslavl Junior, Russia.
Yep, he's a very physical player, good skating. He's a physical kid. He skates, he's disruptive. You know when he's on the ice. The other team's got to have their head on a swivel when he's on the ice. He likes to create havoc, contact. He's just a physical, strong, fast player that you know we liked. Yeah, he's more of a defensive defenseman that just brings more of an element of just the hardness, hard, physical, but the pace to go with that physicality is what's appealing, in the size.
With the 124th overall pick, San Jose selects Zachary Sharp from Western Michigan, NCAA.
Zach's a 2-year through the draft, an 05 birth. He's a good, strong skater, transports the puck well, plays a simple offensive game, makes a nice first pass, uses his feet and speed to defend well. He's physical, but he's not overly physical, but he uses his footwork, smarts, and simple, just puck moving kind of a kid. But we thought value. He's playing in college, so he's playing against much older kids. So it was a good gauge for us to see at that juncture of the draft.
San Jose
Here we go.
selects with the 150th overall pick, Max Heis from Penticton of the BCHL.
Max is an offensive player. He's was initially in the BCHL, transitioning over to the Western Hockey League this year, and the plan right now, he'll matriculate to Michigan State for college, but he's another long-term type of long runway type of a player, but he has an offensive upside, has some size, some skill, skating. So he's a nice value pick here for us.
Gallant is a guy that everyone pointed out is like got that sneaky skill. He's under the radar, but they love him as a teammate, and I love him as a player.
You know, we know Mutrin back. We are our area guys and Mike, and so we obviously have some knowledge there with him prior to it, and then with McKini and Gallant, I mean, all three guys bring a high level of compete. They bring a high motor. Obviously, Gallant is, you know, on the smaller side in terms of what, you know, he's not 6'2", he's not 6'3", but I think if you spend any time watching him, he plays like that. So we've talked about all along, we want to bring in, you know, highly competitive kids, and although all three were taken in different spots, the one common denominator is that they're highly, highly competitive kids.
At the end of the day, you watch the playoffs. That's the goal, to get to the playoffs. And it's heavy lifting. I know I say that a lot, but it's physical, it's compete, it's will. You know, we got some guys that play all over the ice, and that's what we're looking for. I've been here, this is my third draft, along with Chris Morehouse, the director of amateur scouting, and you know, I feel like the previous 2 years, it's kind of, I think it's worked out pretty well in a short look right now, and we trust what we're doing. We have good scouts. Mike trusts what we do, and you know, at the end of the day, we have a strong board, and especially this year, the board just played to us, and we're happy with all the selections.